welcome back to another video, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be taking a look at the Star Wars Black Series 6-inch Commander Bly. And this guy's great. Commander Bly is my favourite clone commander, so as you can imagine I was very happy to get this, and it is really nice. The articulation on it is great. One small kind of paint issue, I guess. It doesn't really bother me too much, but I know some people are really bothered by it. But yeah, he's a really nice figure. Just taking a closer look at the details, he's got this lovely weathering effect on his helmet. Well, all over on like all the stripes that he has. It's very nice. He has the two tones of yellow. One weird thing though, you can kind of see it on camera. His helmet. It's a little bit weird here. You can see there's two different shades, the kind of brown. There's a lighter one which is up here, and then a darker one down here. It's not a big deal to me, it's just something I noticed when handling the figure. His like visor, goggles, I can't remember what it's called. Binoculars, there we go, can come down over his eyes and they look really nice, and you can't actually remove them because they do just peg into the sides. It's tight fit, but you can take them off, and as you can see it's just held in by two pins there, and there you can have Bly without his binoculars, but it does leave a little hole there and it doesn't give it the full proper look, which is a shame, but it's Commander Bly, so you're going to have the binoculars on, aren't you? They can go like all the way back, and I've put these on the wrong way around. Bear with me a minute while I put them the right way around. Oh, I can't pull. Alright, and I'm back. Now, I'll just quickly show you the back of his head. There you go, very nice. Going down, he's got his pauldron, which has nice weathering effects on it. It does look really nice, and this strap does come down, and it can plug into there. Oh, it's very unfocused. It can plug into there. If it focuses at all, god damn it, this is very frustrating. But yeah, you could see that it plugs in there. However, when you're moving his waist around, it can, there you go, you can see there, it came untabbed. That happens, it's not a big deal. But yeah, it's just something that happens. It has the yellow on the front of the belt, and some of the yellow that's not actually scratched off, that's just how it's supposed to look. The stripe comes down his chest, as you can see there. Yeah, he's just really nicely detailed. I don't know why I'm going through all the details, you can very clearly see it. But yeah, I just love him. And he does have a fabric, I think they called that a camo or something like that. So it's very, very nice. I do love this guy so much. He has this communicator on his arm. This is a remoulded piece, and one thing that I thought was something wrong with mine, the arm can move back on this one, and I believe it's because they remoulded it. Because if you look on this side, the arm cannot move any further back than there, and oh my god, the light is coming through the window and just shining right on this plastic. Because he does have lovely glossy plastic, which is a benefit as just a nice figure, but it's a bit annoying when trying to film him. But yeah, because they've remoulded this, the arm can move back a bit like that, so just be wary of that. It's not something wrong with your figure. Well, I don't think it is, at least, because it seems to be something that I've seen on other figures. So yeah, very nice. Quickly show you his weapons. He doesn't come with the DC-15 carbine, but he does come with the DC-15 rifle, which is very nice, and it's actually different. So here you have the one that came with the clone lieutenant, and as you can see, the barrels are actually a little bit thinner. So that's a nice little detail. I'm not sure which is more accurate. To be perfectly honest, I didn't even notice that till a couple of days ago, and I've had this guy for like a couple weeks, so yeah, it's just a minor detail, but you know, it's just something to be wary of. So yeah, it does look really nice, lovely detail. That's pretty much it. And the only other weapons he comes with is his two DC-17 pistols, and yeah, very nice. They just look like DC-17 pistols, and they do fit in his holsters very nicely, which are rubber. They're a softer plastic along with the belt. So yeah, and he does have these little bits that go down, so the belt is a new piece. But yeah, because this guy uses the Captain Rex body mould, I believe. Don't have Captain Rex. I plan to get him at some point, but it does mean he has a little bit more articulation. So the head can move down, can only move up. Well, it can move up a little bit less because of the pauldron, and can only swivel about that far. You could probably force it past there, but I really don't want to break him. So, oh, one other thing to mention, the visor is lovely and glossy as well, and that does look really nice. The waist is on like a ball joint or something like that, so it can, it's got a lovely range there, and it can rotate all the way around. The arms can move out that far because of the newer, well, it's not the newest mould, but because of this mould, the shoulder pads go like inside the armour, so it provides a little bit more articulation there, and the elbows can have a lot more range, especially on this one because of the remoulded upper arm armour. It can bend a little bit further, so it's got lovely range. I'm bringing in the Clone Lieutenant, which utilises the old body mould. As you can see, the arm could only bend that far on that one, and on the new one it can bend a lot further, so that is really nice. And then at the arm again, the old mould could only move out this far, whereas on the new mould it can move out pretty much all the way, which is brilliant. Wrist rotation, and this wrist hinges in, and this gun holding trigger finger wrist hinges up and down. Then moving down to legs, they remoulded this as well to just make it look a little bit more natural. It can't move out quite as far because of the remoulded piece, because if you look at this one, it kind of sticks out a little bit and looks a little bit unnatural. But unfortunately that means that this newer one can't move out as much, and it's the same moving outwards like that. But it's still enough, and I feel like it's a more realistic range for the legs. And there's a thigh swivel there. Double jointed knee, again, very nice. It does feel a little bit sturdier than the old mould, which kind of feels like it bends a little bit, whereas this one, it feels a lot sturdier. And then wrist rotation, and moves up and down, which is really nice. So yeah, I do really like this guy. He can hold his pistols fine. This hand's a little bit more difficult because obviously it doesn't have a trigger finger, so that's a little bit disappointing, but he can still hold it. You just have to put in a little more work to get him to hold it. However, I always have him with his DC-15 rifle because he just looks nice with it, and this guy's so photogenic. He just looks so nice. Like, there you go, you can have him holding it like that. It's a lot easier to have him holding it like that. I'm not going to try and get it into his hand now, but you can have him hold it like that, a lot more naturally than with the old mould. So that's a comparison I'll quickly get out of the way now. Here you have him with the old Clone Trooper mould, pretty much the same height. I feel like this one is a little bit shorter, but not by much. I feel like it's just the old mould has a different helmet and stuff like that. So yeah, that's first comparison. And here we have the latest mould that they really did not need at all. As you can see, the helmet is a lot bigger and it's missing the black stripe there. So it's kind of like amalgamation of animated and realistic. So you can see the back of the helmet is realistic on this one. I did actually manage to unglue the head underneath, so just quickly showcasing that. There you go. There's the Tamor Morrison head underneath. So there you go. But yeah, this guy really didn't need to exist, because personally, I just feel like this mould is better. But we have this mould, and it's not terrible, but it does have its problems. Quickly going over this, the problems I've had since then. The rubber on the arm, on the shoulder pad, you can't really see it because it won't focus. There you go, you can see there it's starting to tear. It's just a bit disappointing. Both the elbow pads have come unglued now, so now when you try and swivel the arms, they move with it. It's not a bad mould, it's just unnecessary to me. So yeah, that's one downside. And then with my recently acquired 3 3/4 inch Clone Wars Commander Bly, very happy to have this guy. Yeah, you can see, you know, it's a 6-inch figure, so obviously it's going to be a lot bigger. But yeah, oh, one more comparison. Here he is with a Transformers Deluxe Netflix Wolf Cybertron Sideswipe. So there you go. I could not recommend this figure enough. If you don't like clones, you don't like 6-inch Star Wars figures, you're not gonna like. He's a good figure, but it really depends on if you like this line. Personally, I love him. I'm really enjoying the 6-inch Star Wars figures. But yeah, this guy's great. If you think you'll like him, you will like him. Oh, I didn't talk about the paint thing. His chin stripe. He's supposed to have a chin stripe, but at the time, this was before like season 7 of the Clone Wars came out, and apparently spoilers I guess, he briefly cameos in that, and he very clearly has the chin stripe. It was a bit unclear in the film, and this figure was released before the season 7 of the Clone Wars came out. So yeah, it doesn't really bug me that much, but I know some people it really annoys them. But personally, I'm not really too bothered, but that it's missing. I would prefer it to be there, and I know there's some versions of this figure with the chin stripe, but I think they're a lot rarer to find than this version. But to be perfectly honest, if you like Commander Bly, you're going to love this. He's my favourite clone commander, and this figure is awesome, and if you see it, you should definitely get it. It's a bit hard to find now, because it uses the Captain Rex mould, so it's a lot more desirable than other clones. But if you get the chance to get him, and you like 6-inch Black Series figures, or just 6-inch figures in general, I would recommend getting this guy, because you will enjoy this figure a lot. So yeah, that's pretty much my review for him. Nothing else to say. So yeah, I'll have him with the old mould. There you go. And the new mould. Here we have the evolution of Black Series Clone Troopers. In my opinion, best. Little bit worse, and the worst. It's not necessarily bad mould, but it's unnecessary, because this mould is the best, and I don't see how they could do better than this, except perhaps improving the leg articulation. So that's pretty much my whole review for him. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. If you didn't, then and you want to leave a dislike, then you're welcome to. But if there's something that I've done wrong in the video, please let me know in the comments, and I will try to improve. So yeah, that's been my review. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe. Goodbye.